Hello, everybody. I am the Dave. And this is a completely unscripted video, as all of mine are. I've never written a script. But I recently heard through the YouTuber Sid Alpha, and I should say I just now heard of it, more or less, like less than 10 minutes ago, that John Bain, known as TotalBiscuit, passed away earlier today at the time of this recording, May 24th. And it's hard to say how much it affects me because a distinct combination of not knowing the man personally and also unfortunately holding a number of sociopathic traits does mean that it's hard for me to have any sort of emotional reaction to it. But I would also be lying if I said that it didn't affect me in some way, because TotalBiscuit affected my perspective on gaming and the gaming industry in a way that I believe is similar to hundreds of thousands of other people. I began sort of watching his stuff around the time, and I believe the very first TotalBiscuit video I ever saw was the one on the War Z. That little thing. That was back when, like the zombie survival multiplayer shooter thing was big, and DayZ was some hot shit. And but he just kind of watching through his videos, I sort of learned a lot about, PC gaming and a lot of things that are on PC, but it wasn't until I built my rig that I really relied on his videos to understand what every setting on a graphics menu would do for me. Just performance. He was one of my primary influences for building a PC. He was a primary influence in what kind of PC to build. And while he didn't really influence my choice in gaming, he certainly influenced my choice to focus on the PC side of things, because even a shoddy port can oftentimes at least match the quality of a console at the worst of times. But while a lot of people such as Sid Alpha, who I referenced earlier, said that he influenced their channels, I would like to say that he influenced me in the sense that while I have longed to be a game developer, hearing him talk about consumer advocacy and, again, kind of like the PC graphics menus, because as much of a meme as it was about FOV sliders and stuff like that, it was important. And since I'm very prone to motion sickness, knowing things like that are very important to me. I can say he's influenced me in the way that I have what I call the John Bain rule. And I've said this for a number of years now. I call it the John Bain rule. And that is, that every PC port should be held to a very specific standard. It's the John Bain standard. And that is, you gotta let people resize their windows, windowed full screen, and if it's a shooter, give them field of view sliders. And hell, even if it's in third person, give them FOV sliders, because Just Cause 3 makes me sicker than a dog. And I can't change the field of view on that, so that was $30 down the toilet. But it's just things like that. I can't really say a whole lot because I don't have a big channel. I can't say that that TB helped me in much of a way that is anything beyond superfluous and personal. Just little details here and there. But he did influence the way that I looked at the gaming industry, both good and bad. And I mean bad in the sense that, the industry itself is a bit weird. Personally, though, I mean, I've not listened to or watched the Co-Optional podcast in a long time. But so through that, I could tell that he and I wouldn't have really agreed on everything, politically mostly, but that's human nature. But, Gentlemen can agree to disagree, at least I believe so. So that's not even a problem. I never held it against him, and I'm certainly not going to hold it against him now. I'm rambling a lot, I'll admit, but this is just kind of off the cuff. So yeah, if by some random freak chance that Jenna, the lovely Jenna Bain, should come across this, it sucks. You have joined a club that nobody wants to join. And to your son, to y'all's son, who I believe is named Orion, please forgive me if I get that wrong. Same thing. It sucks to lose a parent. I lost my mother back in 2013, and sometimes I still have to deal with that, emotionally and otherwise. So it sucks. It's a club that nobody wants to join, but it'll get better. Life is a bunch of peaks and valleys. This might be your valley, but the peak is over the horizon somewhere. Just keep walking and you'll find it. It's a cheesy thing to say, but I thoroughly, thoroughly believe it. If the day should come that I am developing games, that my name is up in lights at E3 and everything else, if that day ever comes, I will do everything in my power to implement what I will always call the John Bain standard. Because it's just a really good standard to go by. Thank you very much for watching. My name is, well, it's Dave, but I am the Dave. Signing off. And I'll see you next time. Rest in peace, TotalBiscuit. And take care, Jenna and Orion.